favourite commentator. And I tell you, we are up and about. Big to talk to through today's show. Also, some guests are coming on later on in the week. So some big bloody shows coming. And I cannot wait to sink my teeth in and have a chat with a lot of those Dead Set legends. Make sure you say g'day in the chat. I want to talk about this new... I want to talk about this new promotion Genadi is on about. And the match that they've announced. So it's very, very interesting. But also, we're like a week and a half away. A week and a half away from EVW 19 at the Shaw Classic. I was speaking with Kerry, Brian Shaw's wife, speaking with Brian Shaw. It's going to be pretty good. That's all I can say. And can't wait for that event. So make sure you get your pay-per-view. And we will we'll rock and roll. But before I start any live, I can't help myself. I've got to say g'day to the chat. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Increíble. No, increíble. Gracias. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, going good. Georgia versus World. The Drew's not excited. Jeez, if the Drew 24's not excited, then they're not sure what's going on. Arch Dog. Hey guys, the force with this one. Not sure why StreamYard isn't showing your actual YouTube names. You know what I mean? Like this is Richard Jennings, but it's saying what your handle is. Drunk Eddie is in there and he says, I support all promotions. Of course, the Arm Historian is hanging a banging. How ain't you going, mate? Coastal Crocus in there with a ready bag. Same with my man Jeremiah. How you going, buddy? Hope all is well in your world, the Swisher. It's like a made alive. Have you got an RDO or something? Got a day off? One of the rare Aussies in the chat. Malachos TV. So I wonder if I have to have... So this is really confusing me because I know that's not your names. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Very annoying. But oh well, we'll get into it. Used to think Genadi was pretty cool, but this is disappointing. We're going to get to that in just a moment. We've got the old ready bang, Raphael Biadini. I think does it say anything? I'm just trying to think. I don't know. And I don't know what this means. I'm a historian. Hey, Peter's in the chat. What's going on, mate? Am I attending the Shaw Classic? No. No, I am not. What's going on, YouTube? This is rubbish. I want to know people's YouTube names. No, I will not be attending the Shaw Classic. I just got too much on. And I don't pay for flights. I'm just... Nah. If you want me to come to an arm wrestling event, you got to look after me. Which every promotion, every arm wrestling event I've turned up to. I won't be going. I won't be going. I've got that's so busy here with my other commentary job. We're coming into finals. It's electric. I commentated 4 games on the weekend. It was elite. It was so much fun. Does anyone truly think Genadi organised and started this like seriously? I don't know. Let me say hi to everyone and we'll get back to it. Roy Baker. See, it says Roy Moeller here, but this is Roy Baker. What is going on? Oh, it's so annoying. My man says, so now they want our money after what they did to us. No, sir. Yeah, in the YouTube chat, it's showing it as well. I can see it here. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. James Norman is in there. No, YouTube change everything. It sucks. It sucks. Hope is well, my friend. This might be the comment of the day. You are winning. You are winning comment of the day. You've nailed that one, my man. Nailed that one. Oh, Carl Becker. What up? What up? What's going on? Houdini Sports? Genadi's old and past his prime. Anthony Bordelada is in there. Ready, bang. Ready, bang from Tony Rizzo. AFL. I do AFL here. Okay, everyone wants to talk about it. Let's get in there. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? So even here, Justin King. So Justin King. Okay. So really good questions coming up. So as we all know, let's get stuck into it. I've said hi to everyone. This here, Genadi's come out. First mistake. No, actually, there were two quick mistakes that he made. Two quick mistakes. This was like, nice one, Swisher. Nice one. This one here was like his third post, and it was the first one that actually said arm wrestling. So for there, like that's one thing arm wrestling does we never put arm wrestling on our posters. Like it took the third post to say, all it said was can. Okay. In other YouTube lives, I wonder if they have to change a setting. That's really weird. Wonder if they have to change a setting, which I shouldn't. Nope. I'll have a quick look. So it seems to be only happening in mine. Notifications, playback and performance. Nope. What would it be under? Advanced settings? Nope. I wonder if it's because I don't have YouTube Premium. Weird. What if I go to your videos? No, I've got no idea. No idea why it's showing that. Customization. No. Banner. Handle. Add pronouns. YouTube want me to add my pronouns. Eat a bag of dicks. Nah. Can't find anything. Sorry, guys. We'll see if we can channel advanced settings. Upload defaults. No. Add categories. No. Sorry, guys. Very weird. Nah. Well, we'll get back into it. Sorry. Arminian's in the house. Ready, bang. So Genadi can't get a US visa, so it makes sense to bring athletes to him. I mean, everyone's losing it. It all seems very sketchy. We've got a ready bang here. So they're coming with this new promotion. First of all, the shittest name ever. Like, we hate GvW Sports, so let's make GvW Sports. Like, we don't like ESPN, so we're going to make ESPF or GSPN. Like, it's the and like similar logos. Like, that's strike one. That's a shit name. That's a terrible name. I'm sorry. And so, and there's just more things. And it proves to some of my lies that I was screaming and shouting years ago. But everyone, and I'll explain why in a minute. Terrible name. Terrible name. I've always said, start another promotion. That'll be fine. Let's see how it goes. All right. Now, I'm knock yourself out. Georgia versus the world. Georgians have got some incredible arm wrestlers. You just chuck a Villy next to their name. They're elite. Got no problem with it. Genadi's got a bit of pull over there in Georgia, and it's like, right, let's bring the thing here. Strike number two. You made it a pay-per-view. You made it a pay-per-view. If this is supposed to be the next big thing, rule number one to every single promotion in the world, get a pen and paper and write it down. Rule number one, you make your first event free to everyone to see. Because at the moment, the arm wrestling world is divided. It is absolutely divided right now. So what you've done is like, you know how I cracked the shits and just went, I'm leaving East versus West and everything. It's all Devon's fault. Yeah. Oh, by the way, can you sane people buy my pay-per-view, please? I really love arm wrestling. Not gonna support your event. No. Not the one with the strong men. Not gonna support it. No. I'm gonna throw my toys out the cot and leave. But hey, I'm just going to take the same name, basically same logo, and ask you, please as well. Hey, if you don't ask, that's an automatic no. But come on. Give it away for free, your first one, because you need to get new people in. Straight away, there was a comment earlier, can't afford to buy all these pay-per-views. Can't afford it. Another thing they got wrong is like Georgia versus the world. Georgia versus the world. For me, I just got a hilarious message. Oh. Thank you, Matt Rhodes. So then, where was I? Yeah, so now once again, what's the term I'm looking for? Pigeonhole yourself into it. So now it always has to be Georgia versus someone when you want to branch out. It was the same with East versus West. They did kind of turn it into a brand and moved away from it. But with a world divided, and there's not many arm wrestling fans, with a world divided, it is now time to just go, right, the first one's for free. You got to run your first event at a loss. You just have to. You have to. Third thing, in my opinion, right? So the first match that has been announced is Makarov versus Zavrashvili. Now, I know this, that not many athletes were under contract. Not long-term contracts. You know why? Because I had an argument years ago about my trading cards with your beloved bootlicker, with your guy that tried to shut down my channel, hey? And I know you're watching England, so I'll give you a quick wave. He would not tell me which athletes are under contract. Told me I couldn't sell trading cards when I had agreement with all the athletes that I took the photos of myself in different countries around the world. But then you said, no, athletes that you can't sell trading cards, only I can sell trading cards, and athletes are under contract. So I said, name them, and I'll take them out. Name them. Oh, you're not going to, because fucking when I rang. Yeah, fuck it. When I rang Reno, said, hey, mate, and I rang Lachlan Adair. No, Lachlan Adair was under contract, but he said he had Lachlan Adair was under contract, but it had nothing to say with likeness and agreement. Reno said he's not under contract. Not sure what the fuss is about. So, and then told athletes, remove yourself from collaboration on Instagram. So first of all, more lies were happening. More lies were happening there. So now Makarov, good signing. Good signing. If you're GvW, good signing. I'll take it. You know, not a bad bloke. 77 kilo champion. This is 75 kilo match. But now it's just like, oh, okay. So I even had an argument with Don Adrice. I'm like, he goes, tell me what athletes you got on your trading cards. I said, you fucking tell me who's under contract. And we went back and forth. Don and I very rarely argue, but we were fucking going at it because I knew I'd already rang the athletes. I was there. Are you under contract? Nope. You under contract? No. They do have a contract when they have a match, but there was no long term and you can't be on trading cards, things like that. So there's big lies going on. Were they threatened? If you pull here and you pull there? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm not asking anyone to boycott event. This could be the next big thing. We don't know. What I would ask everyone to do is in 2 weeks' time, absolutely flood EVW Shore Classic. We've got a gold mine here with so many new eyes on the sport. Let's see if we can have a crack. So they've got in there and they've got Zavrashvili. He's won WAF one time. I think he's a 6-time European champion. I believe he won the EVW qualifiers. He beat like Christoph Splamanis, Jamie Barrett, you know. So pretty handy. Makarov kills him. So it's another mismatch. So I'll be very interested to see how they go about it. I'll be very, very interested. Will Genadi give him the old, hey, Makarov, if you've got him, just hold him in the middle. Got to make it entertaining. Or will it just be another 3-0, 4-0? All right. Let me get back because I was banging on while you were hitting the like button. Genadi was one of the first athletes to speak about quitting EVW. Interesting. Yeah. So now it's like, oh, please come over here. I've just quit there. Okay, knock yourself out. Good luck. Good luck. You tagged me in this post. You sent it to me. You know, good luck. Will I watch it? If I have the time, yeah, I'll watch it. Of course I'll watch it. Why not? But, you know, cool. You'll get, and you know what? I kind of hope, you know what I would love? It's just come to me now, because I always forget to plan. It's come to me now that I reckon that October 19th, I think EVW should also book an event this weekend and bugger it. Let's go head to head. Let's have a crack. Let's see where the money lies. Let's see where the popularity lies. Let's see, you know, because I know that, you know, it happens on both sides. There'll be a lot of pirate streams. So let's see. Let's see how this one goes. But unfortunately for GvW Sports, you've already made quite a lot of mistakes to start with. So you're going to have 7 matches. Awesome. Cool. They better be bangers. Because this one's a swing and a miss. It's kind of like, hey, ironically, the first match announced is the bloke that beat Engen. Oh, no. Sorry. Better go check the websites where it was England is winning. Be very forced to retire. Anyway, what do you guys say? We've got a ready bang. This has the stink all over it. Pigeonholing, yes. I'm with you. Monster Factory was awesome, was free both times. I think they had 4 or 5 of them. But yes, they were free. Michael and Rebecca did some amazing things to get sponsors to cover it. They're not selling any pay-per-views. Yeah, the Monster Factory was great. No, he said it was on pay-per-view. I'm 100% sure he said buy the pay-per-view. Now you've bloody put doubt in my mind. Levan in a tough spot. Not really. He's in control. They're adults, Jar Cobbin. They're adults. Make your own decisions. I do it every single day. Cool. You know, I get it. The country and everything. But Genadi's would absolutely rip Levan's arm off given the chance. Genadi wants the lifestyle Levan wants. That's why Genadi's number 2 super heavyweight. He would love it. What have we got here? Can this work? The GvW franchise is taking place across various parts of the world, and then they meet in a super tournament. Nope. Nah. No. I would love a year-long tournament where you get your best 8 in the world, and first, I've said this a million times, they meet in January, second rounds in April, third rounds in July, finish off in November. So then there's recover, training, prep, any injuries, and we go again. And I reckon 1 year, and you sign them, try and get 150 grand for the winner, be the best. That I would love that. What else have we got? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Good on you. Bro has a wife and a baby. If I was him, I'd still compete anywhere I could if this was my career. Well, you can. East versus West, you were the champion. You're the champ. Could have still competed there. You were the best. So, definitely could have. Yeah, love Brian Shaw, which I'll announce in a moment. Let me scroll down. What's wrong with having another big promotion? I've said this. Have a crack. I'm just saying you've gone off on the wrong foot to start with. If you look when it was all kicking off, I kept telling that weird Turkish bloke, start your own league. Go and start it. Let's see. Let's see if it can work, because there's millions of leagues all over the world. Millions of leagues. And there'll be a time where it crumbles. I'll tell you what would be nice now is we can have the new GvW Sports and we can have GvW Sports. Shit name. But we can have both. And you know what's going to be really nice? One company isn't trying to sabotage all the other companies now. So if you are an Arm Sports Entertainment or you're a Knuckles Up thinking to get back into the fold, it's a pretty good time to get some big names to your event, because you don't have someone sabotaging your events, ringing WAF, saying, nah, can't pull there anymore. Hey, nah, if you pull that promotion, can't come to East versus West. That part of arm wrestling's gone. I've said it. Have a crack. Have a crack. But don't. But what this GvW Sports needs to do is, all right, you've got your fans that are on the quitters side. You've got them, but now you need new fans because a lot of people won't buy this pay-per-view. They're taking a stance and they go, right, you want to quit? We had the best in the world go against each other and you want to quit? Right, well, we'll quit giving you our money. So they need to make this first event free. They need to make the first event free. What else have we got? I don't like that there's all these. Like it doesn't have your real, like your YouTube names. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Really upset. Really upset. There was plenty of preventing. I know I'm a bit behind in my comments. There was plenty of preventing. If you pull there, you can't come to East versus West. That shit happened all the time. All the time. Just get to some of your things. Ozzy's a good guy, even though he's Australian. Oi! I'm a good Australian. I'm a good Australian. There's a lot of us good uns here. That's why Devon is going to take a break after the Shaw Classic. He's going to show how much they need them. Engen still hasn't signed an agreement yet. The squabble continues. If I were Robert Baxter, I think I said it on a couple of lives ago, there's two things I'd do. One, I would not fucking let that bloke anywhere near my promotion. Ever. He clearly, in my opinion, he had someone funding it, right? And could just run it at a loss. Pay, whatever. Pay. And then that money stopped. So he got Robert in. And he went, well, you've got lots of money. You can just pay whatever I say. And then after a while, Robert went, well, this is stupid. We can't just keep losing money. Are you an idiot? So then cracked it and left. And then decided to torpedo the company that he sold. No, that's one thing I would not be doing is bringing him back. And two, mate, straight into it. I would have been front and center. When everything is going on, I'd beat all the YouTubers to the punch and I'd be doing a weekly update. Not hearsay and from Devon or so-and-so spoke to so-and-so, spoke to so-and-so. And for some reason, we believe everything that's read in the comments or said in the video. It's madness. All right, let me go down. Now everyone's saying, I'm not watching it even if it's free. Ready, bang. Yeah, get the Shaw Classic. And I'll tell you why you get the Shaw Classic. Because the big fella's coming on the show. The big man Brian Show is going 1-on-1 with the Aussie one. Get it? It is happening. It will be 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday afternoon, which is 6 a.m. my time. But I was surprised. I'm there. I'm commentating the footy. I'm in my element. And it was half time. and I was checking to see if I had any messages from like control room or anything like that. Boom. Brian Shaw's messaged me. Hey, man. Oh, let's go. So we've worked out a time. Thank you, Brian Shaw. Thank you for wanting to come on the show. So let's get it. And you'll see how lucky we are at the moment to have Brian. Everything I've watched with Brian is class. 1.9 million followers on Instagram, 2.2 million subscribers. Dude was just on TV bending fry pants. And then he's got Eddie Hall, 3.3 million subscribers on YouTube. You know, we probably should be helping these people. Anyway, that's why we get along. Let's have a look what everyone is saying. Everyone's saying good things about Brian Shaw. Brandon is looking really strong. Might be really close. Brandon Allen might ruin arm wrestling again because he did it. He did it in the first place. Brian seemed exhausted on Neil's podcast. Well, two things. One, I do not blame him. I do not blame him. I mean, not only is this the arm wrestling drama, but check out the schedule of the Shaw Classic. It's his one big annual event. And it's like, all right, guys. All right, everyone, Shaw Classic. Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Right, let's get the arm wrestling. You know, I'm interested in arm wrestling, but, you know, the strongman, the logs, the whatever, you know, that's my jam. Can you, arm wrestling, can you shut up? What's going on? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, baby, can you look after all the strongman people, you know, that we've been doing very successfully for many, many years? Yeah, I don't blame him for being exhausted. What else have we got? Really hope Eddie destroys Oberst. I've always wanted a rename. Because they don't do East versus West anymore. They don't do it. And yes, I'm a big fan, Queenslander. Strength World coming on board arm wrestling is awesome. If you're talking about GvW, I think it was AI generated. I think it was AI generated. Yeah, I think it was AI generated. Also, Devon's going to come on the show. Devon will be on the show later on in the week as well. So that will be a good one. Looks real shit. Sulking Eastern European, shitting on the biggest promotion and possibly the biggest breakout opportunity the sport's had. Support Shaw and East versus West. I find it just how quick they were to throw the toys out the cop. That's for the strongest blokes in the world. I just found it interesting that it happened so quick. We know why they did it. We know why. And I'm sick of bringing it up, but we know why it happened. But it's very, very interesting. Very interesting that this has happened. Mate, it's going to be electric. Electric. Hopefully you're it's a good time for you, my man. What East versus West pools are allowed to be on your show and for you to promote it as well? They have to. It's quite funny because I had Dave and Todd lined up, Matt and Philippe lined up, and in talks with Devon and Alex, but Robert continued Engen's rule, which is fair enough. I get it. could have been done a bit differently, but yeah, it's like, nah, you can't go on. It's quite funny because it's like, can't go on Aussie's show. We have to do the official East versus West one. And, you know, tune into the fix for 2 minutes and Derek and Saray are on there. You know, I'm looking at other channels and Brandon Allen's on there. And I'm just like, oh, in my opinion, it just seems like that there just seems to be a rule for me. What else have we got? Thanks, Drunk Eddie. King of the Table is like the live golf of arm wrestling. Small promotions that are giving opportunity to those getting few, if any, matches at EVW should be a good thing. Yeah, I've always said, was that Neil Pickpocket? I've always said more, in my opinion, the more promotions, the better. Like, there was nothing. The best time in pro wrestling was the Attitude Era. You had tens of millions of people watching wrestling on the exact same night, and they went head to head. Peak arm wrestling. No, peak pro wrestling, sorry. And they had WCW and they had WWF. Now, during that time, there was also another successful promotion, if they used their funds properly, with ECW. So more, I've said it ever since Suki Lala cried and quit and torpedoed his company that he quit. I've always said, start more promotions. I want to see. This is the perfect opportunity for Zavrashvili to become a household name. Beats Makarov, becomes an absolute household name. Some people will be talking about it. I know that, unfortunately, the lighter divisions isn't, you know, the best. Well, sorry, most popular, I should say. Not the best. They have some bloody ripper matches, but yeah, knock yourselves out. But don't have the exact same name as the company you left. Well, 99% of the exact same name. Arm wrestling promoters in general, just mention arm wrestling in your posters or show arm wrestling in your posters, not the AI ones. Oh, my God. That's a new rule as well. Stop with this AI shit. It is terrible. Your posters look crap. They really do. Where, like, you see a guy holding an elbow, or it's, you know, my right hand in your left hand. And it's just like, it's pretty easy to take a photo of two athletes arm wrestling. King Hoddle, have any pullers ever asked to be paid to come on your show? No. But I do know that other channels have, I've offered super chat money as a thank you. I said, I haven't got much money, but I'll give you some super chat money. And all the athletes have always said no. They said, we just want to come on your show. We love what you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing. You know, now that I've become friends with them, I do know, because I've got the screenshots, and if I'm ever allowed to release them, but I'll be like, hey, man, do you want to come on the show? And they're like, oh, I've got to go on this show because they're giving me $100 to make sure that they're on their show before mine. And I'm like, yeah, no worries, mate. Make that cash. Make that cash. Show will be boring. I'll see you when you come back on mine, and more people will watch it. I won't pay for views either. Won't work on one of those sites. But yeah, I have not paid, you know, someone. Uncle John and I always went 50-50 with Maximum Bang Monday. If I got someone to do live commentary with me, you know, it stopped them from being on their channel. So I'm like, we'll split the revenue. I've got no problem with that. But I've never paid an athlete. No Dennis, no John, no Devon, no Levan. I just ask. I've just asked. What else have we got? Roy, you're wrong. You're wrong. Tens of millions of people were watching the Attitude Era. The point being 2 promotions going at once. Is this Engen's new league? No idea. No idea. He might have been helping out, but you never know. Right, let me... Okay, everyone's all having a chat. Yeah, the AI stuff looks really bad. It looks really bad. Now I'll see what other matches. Looking forward to seeing what other announcements will be going on. But in my opinion, you usually announce like the big one, wouldn't you? I don't know. Would you announce your biggest match straight up, or is this to like make some noise and then you've got a bigger match lined up? I do have a poll going. What's the poll? Will you buy the pay-per-view? Wow. Almost 200 votes. Hey, hit the like button while you're all in here, guys. Hit the like button. 82% say no. Very interesting times. Could be. It could be, unless he's being puppeteered, but it could be. But like I was saying before, so Georgia versus World Arm Wrestling. This was the first of the posts that actually mentioned arm wrestling. Then that's the first match being announced. So good luck to them. Good luck to Zavrashvili. Brian Shaw will be on the show. And you know you're going to want to watch it. You know I'm coming in strong. Nah, Brian will just have a day off on the show. He'll just relax, have fun, probably giggle a couple of times because, you know, that's just what we do. But we will see how it goes. Now, they were I'm happy to stay and have a chat for another 10 minutes, but they were the main... they were the main things that I wanted to talk about. So, I don't know if you went into before, but what are your thoughts on the whole Devon LSD thing, Ozzy? Oh, my God. Wow. So, one guy, I think there's like 1 or 2 guys just pleading for everyone to make videos about it. First of all, every arm wrestler is on drugs. Every arm wrestler is on gear. No, none of these events are drug tested. I for one, wouldn't take LSD before an arm wrestling event, but I'm not Devon. I certainly wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't even have a beer before an arm wrestling. I'd probably have a beer, maybe one beer. But I know people that take cocaine, they have needles in the hotel room. They're all taking something, some sort, but LSD ain't a performing enhancing thing. Now, I know everyone's like, that's just on Devon. That's cool. Now, everyone's like, well, he took it during the O-League match and it all kicked off. What you don't understand is that, like, Engen was attacking him a couple of months beforehand, sending abusive messages to Jody. I was there. We're all in Dubai, and it was getting really ugly. It was getting really ugly. Then he made Oleg Petrenko call him a coward. So what he did to Oleg Petrenko on that night was that was just directed towards Engen. That behavior that night, in my opinion, was Devon tolerating Engen for so long, and then he just went, I'm going to embarrass your champion. This is who you think the best European athlete is, because I've always said Engen created the league to get rid of the King's move and to prove that East are way better than the West. They were the two reasons he initially started it. So then Devon was just super pissed off, in my opinion, and went, right, I physically can't do anything to you, Engen, so I'm going here. Let's go. And then I'll take Morozov as well. Morozov, a big guy wants to come at me, that's fine. I'm definitely not taking drugs before any sort of event. I like to have a beer, one beer before I commentate. I think I have it just to appreciate the moment that I'm in. Like, oh my God, like you're on the other side of the world commentating. But it's very, I don't think many people have made a big deal out of it. I know a few are crying very loudly. But let's see what you guys think. But yeah, I think this is my first live since he was having a chat with Mitch Hooper. I think this is my first live since then. So I haven't really talked about it. I didn't really think it was that. I think because I know like some wrestlers that just take stuff, whether it's low-level local tournament, doing some cocaine in the toilet, or the high-level ones. All of them are on something, so for me, it's a non-issue. If it's a drug-tested event, you test him, he's banned. I don't even think LSD's a performance-enhancing one. But you know what I mean. They're all on cycles. What can you do? Arm wrestling is kind of dead. This is where I disagree with you, Chubba Knuckles. Like, I think we're very impatient as arm wrestling fans collectively, because it's only been like 4 weeks. It's only been a month since this has all kicked off at East versus West 18. Now, if we were at East versus West 26 and we're not getting excited or not many people are turning up to events, then I'd agree with you. But we haven't had a singular arm wrestling event since Engen threw his toys out the cot and sabotaged and got all the Europeans to quit. We haven't even had one event. Brian Shaw could put on the best event ever. This GvW thing could be the best event ever. But we haven't had an elite event. My opinion, Chubba. My opinion. Devon haters, I'd have to say. What else have we got? Georgia versus World is such an unoriginal name, but honestly, let Genadi try. But his ass is going to fail. You never know. You never know. Wish him all the best. Plot twist. Devon is set to pull Levan at GvW. Well, he tags him in the Facebook posts. He tags him in the Facebook posts. That's what I find hilarious. So it's like, we're quitting, but we kind of need you, Devon, to pull against. I'll just see what his latest post. And literally, it's quite funny because he tags him, and one of his profile things is him holding Devon in a leash. But Devon Larratt and 71 others in his thing. That's so funny. Couple of pieces of shits that he's tagged in there. It's Devin. It's Devin, Michael Todd, and that is it when it comes to West. It's just all Georgians or Georgian-like names. So I don't know if he's like, if that's an FU to Devin. Stizzy says, off topic, but now no crazy man running the show. I think it'd be cool if they had you on these events participating in some way. Think you deserve it. This isn't at you, Stizzy, and I'll even explain this to Brian Shaw. I never asked to be on East versus West. Everyone's like, you're going hard at Engen because he never had you on East versus West. I never asked. I never wanted to be on there. I never wanted to work with him. I tried numerous times, whether it was when he was sending me abusive messages and telling me what I can and can't do in my channel and my life, and told him to fuck off many a times. There's that. I never asked him to come on my show. So everyone's like, you're just mad at Engen. I never asked him. I've been on Engen's channel, but I've never asked him to come on my show. Never asked him. Didn't even want him at King of the Table to pull Coach over. Thought, you know what? Let's see. I want to see what kind of a man he is. He's exactly what I thought he was. So I tried. Can't show you the messages because they're all deleted, and his political posts got him banned from Instagram, so he had to open a new one. They're all gone, but so you can tell, all your mates that, Aussie's man because he was never invited. Never wanted to come. I was very happy at King of the Table. I was very happy watching Engen. No, I wasn't happy Engen was sabotaging Knuckles Up, but I was happy that I was a part of Knuckles Up and they were trying to crack it. I'm very happy at Arm Sports Entertainment. Very happy going to Norway. Very happy. I've done a lot of art. I've done enough. Hey, what's going on, my man? Hope you're going well. What up, Brad Dominic? Hey, my man here just won his first super match. Thank you very much. 16 years of age. Power. Joe Nelson, my man. I've got some unread Facebook messages from you, Joe, that I'll read after the show, unless they're regarding to this. Yeah, it's only been one event. It's only one event. Like there hasn't even been an event. Let him, that's been my take all the time. All right, you crack the shits. You can shut the fuck up now. You can shut up because you're letting your Lord Leader make more YouTube videos. I might have an update about his channel, actually. And just spitting out more lies. Like, everyone thinks he's a block of cheese, and every time he makes a YouTube video, it's just, he looks like Swiss cheese. Just so many holes in his story. It doesn't make sense. Stop lying. Just stop lying. Stop lying. All right. Oh, James Norman. Because he probably is. This is an old strongman one. What else have we got? Did Engen request you not to be host at King of the Table when he pulled? Or was it December time or your daughter's birthday? No. He always would tell Don, can you get someone else? Can you get someone else? Can you get someone else? He'd always say, he never wanted me at King of the Table. And when he pulled there, he was doing some underlining business and shady shit and starting the partnership with Don around that time. But no, the two events I missed out on, I never worked December. So one of them was Devon versus Georgi Svekov, that event. I think that's where the Turkish woman pulled. So I wasn't kicked off. I just don't work December because my daughter was due. And I'm glad I didn't go to that one. And then when Brian Shaw pulled Eddie, it rolled into my daughter's birthday because that was December also. And I had to cut the stream off and celebrate one of the best little girls' first birthday, which, no disrespect, was way more fun. Way more fun. Hope that answers your question, GB19. Gotcha. But why? What? The show must go on. The show must go on. I think you're wrong there, Jar. You usually get a lot right. That one was wrong. They had an event booked or a date booked or something or other. And then if Brian Shaw comes in and goes, hey, why don't you have it at my event where I'm going to have hundreds of thousands of people running through the door throughout the weekend? We can showcase it. I've already got 4 super matches. Why don't you bring a couple more? Why don't you bring some of those exciting athletes that you got, like Devon and Matt Mask, Todd Zilla, Dave Chafee? Why don't you bring them over? You know, get some people, you know, let us have you. I've already got 4 suit matches. Just give us a couple more. We'll get over there. You're not going to tell Brian Shaw, nah, a guy here that sabotages everything. We're just waiting for him till he stops crying. Nah. Or Jar, have I got it wrong and you're talking about this event? Have I got it wrong and you're talking about this event? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was wrong on that one, Jar. My apologies, my man. I got that one wrong. My apologies. Got ya. I've explained this a million times over the course of it. One, I'm not a world champion, so I have no right to talk about arm wrestling according to him. He listed like only 10 people that are allowed to talk about arm wrestling. 2, I never bowed down. Just told him to fuck off so many times. Trading cards, the live comment, all of it. I just wouldn't bow down. Wouldn't bow down to him. Others would. I wouldn't. And when your ego's too big, that's just what happens. It started at East versus West 1, Joe. East versus West 1. Like I've been abused by him so many times, but the first one was Uncle John and I started teaming up and we did a prediction show. And I made a joke. You know, jokey Jakey over here on the show. I made a joke. And it was along the lines of, if this is Engen's retirement match, I wonder if he'll, slip Makarov a few dollars under the table and say, hey, just take a dive for me so I can win my retirement match. Oh, my God. Bang. Straight, he just went like, he looked like Tom Cruise in Risky Business sliding into my DM so quick. So it's been going for that long. And now I'm finding out, just quickly, I'm finding out it's still happening on the GvW channel as well. If you go and support me on, first of all, you're getting banned from England's channel and you're getting banned from the East versus West channel or blocked if you supported me. I'm getting lots of comments like, hey, I just posted this and mentioned your name and it's been deleted. It even happened the other day with the Ricard Pavlo thing. They're like, oh, you should get Aussie to do it. And then that was deleted. So, yeah, if you go support me on the East versus West or Engen's channel, you'll get blocked. You'll get blocked. Your comments will get deleted and you'll probably get blocked. It's I just realized people have been sending me stuff and it's been happening for a very long time. So then when people go back to the videos, oh, no one even wants Aussie there. Well, a few people might have said it, but it got you in trouble. And for that, I am sorry. What I'm not sorry about is getting big, bad, bloody Brian Shaw on the show. Let's rock and roll. Can't wait. Although after this live, you might go, oh, you know what, Jake, I might postpone. Right, any final questions? We've been going for an hour. Give me some final questions, and we'll go from there. Okay, Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Just waiting to hear back from Alex Cadecha, but Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I think that's like 6 a.m. my time. Devon should be on the show. He's just liked my message when I gave him a time. He liked my message. So, right, I'll just leave this here for the end of it. I'll go banner. Brian Shaw, 2 p.m. MST, 4 p.m. EST Wednesday. Devon Lara, same time, 2 p.m. MST, 4 p.m. Hang on. 2 p.m. MST / 4 p.m. EST Friday. Yeah, let's have a scrolling one. There you go. So 2 pretty big guests coming up. Yes. Yeah, that's where the majority are coming from. That's where the majority of them are coming from. What else have we got? Just quickly. Not sure what you mean, Drew. I'm a bit behind. Not sure what you mean. Neil Pickup would absolutely flog me in an arm wrestle. Neil's a world champion. Like, I don't train. I was never good. I haven't even won a competition. I've come third once. That was pretty good. But no, Neil would absolutely punish me. I'm not even trying to humor that. Neil would kill me. Now that EVW has an app to view the events, I can now watch your commentary. Legend. What else have we got quickly? Only Kerry Packer can sort this out. Hey, he brought the World Series of Cricket to us. World Series of Cricket. Right, check out those times there. Look. Brian Shaw, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. Wednesday. I've got to keep remembering because that's Thursday morning my time. Devon Larratt, But if this one changes, like if Alex can't come and he wants to do a different time, obviously I'll let you know during the Brian Shaw. Really looking forward to the Brian Shaw one. Really looking forward to it. So I hope we can come in numbers. I'll be buying the pay-per-view, and I think I need to find out certain things, and I'll ask Brian off camera. But if that's the case, I might buy 5 pay-per-views and give them out to people like I used to do for a certain someone. And he shit on that and said that I was still hurting the sport. Right. I'm out of here. You guys are awesome. Just, yeah, let's see what happens. I can't wait. Shaw Classic in a couple of weeks. Brian Shaw on the channel in a couple of days.